artist Emilia had always been fascinated by the power of art. As a child, she spent hours sketching and painting, losing herself in the world of colors and shapes. But it wasn't until she stumbled upon an ancient text in her grandfather's attic that she discovered her true calling. The book was bound in worn leather and adorned with strange symbols that seemed to shimmer in the dim light. As Emilia delicately opened the cover, a musty scent wafted out, carrying with it whispers of forgotten memories. The pages were yellowed and crackling, but as she began to read, her eyes scanned across the words until they came upon a passage that made her heart skip a beat. A painter's brushstrokes hold the key to unlocking the realms of the soul. Intrigued, Emilia spent the next few weeks studying the text, poring over ancient art techniques and practicing with fervor. She experimented with different brushes, paints, and mediums, searching for the perfect combination that would unlock her true potential. One fateful evening, as she stood before a blank canvas, Emilia felt an electric thrill coursing through her veins. Her brush poised in midair, she began to paint. At first, the strokes were hesitant, unsure of themselves, but with each passing moment, they gained confidence and strength. The colors blended together in swirling patterns, like a dance of light and shadow. As Emilia worked, she felt an energy building within her, as if the brush was becoming an extension of her very being. The room around her began to fade away, replaced by visions of worlds yet unknown. With a final flourish, Emilia stepped back from the canvas, gazing upon her creation with wonder. Before her, a shimmering portal had appeared, pulsating with an otherworldly light. Without hesitation, she reached out and touched the brushstrokes, feeling herself being drawn into the swirling colors. As she traversed the portal, Emilia found herself standing on the edge of a vast, endless plain. The sky was a deep shade of indigo, dotted with stars that shone like diamonds scattered across the fabric of the universe. Before her stretched a sea of rolling hills, their surfaces etched with grooves and valleys that seemed to echo the rhythms of her own heartbeat. This was the landscape of joy, Emilia realized, as she breathed in the sweet scent of blooming wildflowers. Every hillside sparkled with tiny crystals that refracted light into rainbow hues, casting a kaleidoscope of colors across the sky. The air vibrated with music, a symphony of laughter and joyous whispers that seemed to carry on the wind. As Emilia wandered through this realm, she encountered creatures born from the very essence of happiness. They were tiny, winged beings with iridescent feathers and petals for wings, flitting about her head as she walked. The air was filled with confetti-like particles that burst into bloom when touched, releasing a shower of sparkling snowflakes that drifted lazily to the ground. Emilia spent hours exploring this world, drinking in its radiance and allowing herself to become one with the landscape. She felt no sense of self, only a deep connection to the land itself, as if she had always been meant to inhabit this realm. Eventually, the portal led her to another world, one that was shrouded in mist and shadow. The air was heavy with sorrow, the ground spongy beneath her feet like damp moss. This was the landscape of sorrow, Emilia realized, as the sky wept tears of gray mist that clung to her skin. In this desolate realm, she encountered creatures born from pain and grief. They were towering figures, their bodies twisted by anguish, their eyes red-rimmed with unshed tears. The air was heavy with the scent of rain and damp earth, a smell that seemed to cling to every molecule in her body. As Emilia walked through this world, she felt the weight of other people's sorrows bearing down upon her. She sensed the pain of loved ones left behind, the ache of loss and longing that lingered long after a memory had faded. But even amidst this darkness, there was a glimmer of hope, a reminder that sorrow could be transformed into strength, that every wound held within it the seeds of renewal. The journey continued, with Emilia traversing realms born from anger, fear, and curiosity. Each world offered its unique landscapes and inhabitants, each one revealing hidden facets of the human experience. As she explored these worlds, Emilia began to realize that her brushstrokes were not just creating portals. They were also weaving a tapestry of emotions across the fabric of reality. Every color she applied, every stroke she made, was influencing the very essence of existence itself. The implications were staggering. What if her art could be used to heal the world? to bring balance and harmony to a universe torn apart by conflict and discord. Amelia's vision expanded as she contemplated this possibility. She saw herself standing before a canvas, brush poised in midair, ready to create a new reality. The colors seemed to swirl and blend together in patterns that hinted at hidden truths. As the days passed, Amelia's paintings became more vivid, her strokes stronger and more confident. She knew that she was no longer just an artist. She was a weaver of worlds, a guardian of emotions, and a creator of realities. The brushstrokes danced across the canvas, releasing portals to realms both familiar and unknown. And as Amelia stepped into these worlds, she became one with the landscapes themselves, her heart beating in sync with the rhythms of existence. In this moment, she knew that she had discovered the true meaning of art, not just a form of self-expression, but a tool for healing the world itself.